Hey YouTubers out there in YouTube land, this is Edgy Bob 1 coming to you with a flashlight battery video. What I am doing, I'm testing three different CR123 3-volt batteries to see if there's any difference in the charge of each of them. As you can see, and I'm using a mini CR123 Quark 4.7's flashlight. Takes one battery, and I'm starting it out on high power and just letting it sit. As you can see, this battery has been running a while, the flashlight has, and the battery is just not got much power on it. Now, they quote in this flashlight the batteries, the runtime is like an hour and 12 minutes, I believe. I'm assuming that is to maintain that lumen of light which they are showing at the time, which is, I believe, around 160 lumens. I also have two other batteries. The one to the left, the kind of greenish one, is a power riser, also put out or sold per battery junction. And the yellow one on the right is a battery sold by CR123.com. I will be putting all three of these to test. And why just these three? Well, these three happen to be $1 or less each. And as you know, if you've priced the price of batteries that are in this size category, that are the 3-volt CR123s, generally they start at $2, and they can go as high as $4, $5, $6 a piece. A lot of people do not use their real good flashlights that will really put out the power because of the price of the batteries. So that's the primary reason I'm doing this video. Now, when this battery is played out, that's currently in use, I will replace it with one of these others and start the clock again. Batteries from Battery Junction, and I bought these. I did not get a discount or anything. This is just an individual test I'm doing. The batteries, I will say, from Battery Junction, if you buy a minimum of, I believe, $20, they include a little keychain. It looks like LED. It's the battery's non-replaceable in it, but it's a little keychain light, very bright. That's why I say it looks like LED, and it will last a little while. And they just throw that in for every 20 batteries you buy. So you know, they're a good company. And the CR123, the only thing I have against them is they were just thrown loose in a cardboard box and packing put in there. Whereas the power riser, the green one, and the titanium, the one that's currently in use, were packaged in wrapping, like plastic wrapping. The titanium actually came in boxes. The titanium you can actually buy where there's 2 or 3 fastened together, and I don't mean side by side, but end to end. So if you've got a flashlight that uses 2, you simply drop them in, and the plastic covering around the outside helps keep them from rattling inside the flashlight. So these are all good things to remember and to kind of keep in the back of your mind. And right now I'm going to sign out and hopefully in a few minutes I'll be changing out into another battery and continuing on with the little experiment I have going. This is Edgy Bob 1, side 1. Continuing on with the experiment with the CR123 batteries. 5 minutes and this battery is going to be history, and we'll start in on the final battery, which is the yellow generic battery, and then we'll finish up the video and hopefully have it for you in the next day or so. So have a good evening, and we're getting ready to do the next video with the next battery. Excuse me. We have just changed and put the last battery, the yellow generic, into the flashlight and put it on the high mode as we did with each of the others. Amount of time before it weakened out on us was the generic, the yellow generic, which is put out by Yellow Trade Supply. And the last one is the one I've been using and have been having great success with. It is a CR123 by Titanium. Well, I will show you something interesting too in just a minute. I want to finish going over the data first. The Titanium, the cost per battery is $1 per battery. I didn't run them till they were completely dead, but till they were just starting to, I mean, I could put it right in front of my eyeball and I could see the element. So that tells you that the power was just about depleted. Went 2 hours and 10 minutes. It was the shortest. The Powerizer, which sells for 90 cents a piece, went for 3 hours and 14 minutes, and of course it was the longest. And the yellow generic, the National Trade Supply, which goes for 96 cents each, 2 hours and 24 minutes, and it was the one in the middle as far as the power usage. Now remember, all these were run on the CR123 version of the 4/7 Quark Mini. I used the timer, was a Polar Electronic. Some other good facts you might need to know or like to know. The Titanium and Powerizer batteries were purchased through batteryyunction.com. Now, the reason I've been using the Titanium is because you can actually get them in 2 and 3 links that have a very thin piece of plastic around them, so that you can just drop them straight into your flashlight and they will not rattle. You don't have to put one and then a second one. I've had very good success with these, and I have plenty of these yet to use and plan on using them because they are a very good battery. This generic from National Trade Supply is purchased through CR123batteries.com, and it's just a very short one page where you can order, one screen where you can order. They don't offer a lot on that page other than the CR123 batteries, but it seems to have come in with a fairly decent showing. So this is a good one also, and I may order some of these since they are cheaper than titanium. And the winner was the Powerizer. Again, they are on the site at batteryjunction.com for 90 cents a piece. And they are actually on the same page even, or same screen with the titanium. The drawback to these and the yellow ones are, if it's a big deal to you or not, they come individual. They do not come packaged together. So that's something just to be aware of. The same flashlight, the very same flashlight, the Quark 47's Mini CR123 was used on each battery. So I wasn't changing out one flashlight or trying to speed it up by using two. Something else of notice, the cost of the batteries will decrease per battery the more you buy. Of course, there's a certain limit you have to reach. Like I think with the titanium, it drops, and I'm not sure of the price, but it drops. It's the same price 1 through 49 batteries you buy, and then at $1 a piece, and then it drops under $1 a piece for the next 49 or whatever number that you need to buy to qualify. And it's not just one or two, it keeps going to, you know, several hundred. If you want to buy 99 batteries, it's a lot cheaper than just buying 10 batteries. And I know that's true on the Powerizer, and it may be true on the yellow generic. I don't remember offhand. Something else I wanted to share with you is this is the gauge that I used to begin with to measure, make sure they were all fully charged. Now I'm going to show you something here that may surprise you. Yesterday, the yellow battery was in the poor. Now it's reading in the good. Yesterday, the titanium was reading in the poor, and it's reading in the weak. And yesterday, the CR123 Powerizer was reading in the weak, which was the strongest of them when I stopped the test. And today it's reading in the good. So as you can see, the titanium is kind of a loser all the way around as far as the test is concerned. Let me just go through that again so you can make sure you can see the reading. That's the yellow generic. This is the titanium. And this is the Powerizer. So you see, excuse me, you may give out, but you never give up. This is Edgy Bob 1 signing out.